good day to you. Come on in and let me know if you are around. If you're catching me live, I'd love you to come and say hi. Likewise, if you're catching the replay, drop me a little hashtag replay. Let me know that you saw this and what you think. And for those of you who might be new to the page, the YouTube channel, wherever you're seeing this, then if you don't know, if you're not sure who I am or what this is about, I'm Emma Starling. I'm the Inner Smile Coach. And this is the Daily Tap. And it's something I've been doing for almost 7 years for free, because I'm a master trainer in emotional freedom technique, EFT for short, sometimes known, otherwise known as tapping. And it's my mission to get that out to the far corners of the world. And I'm only one person, right? So my aim is to teach you how to tap. Hi, Lizzie. And get you into the routine of tapping every day, because that, like anything with consistency, is where the magic happens, right? So every day we go live and I pull a card, whether that is an affirmation card, an oracle card, or a tarot card. If you're not keen on cards, don't worry about it. Just take it on face value that it's, affirmations that are coming from it. If you love cards, then this is a great way to get a card fix as well. Hi, Glynis. It's great to see you. And so I'm shuffling a deck today called the Sacred Creators Oracle deck from Chris Ann. She's the same person. It's the same person who did the Lightseers Tarot and the Muse Tarot. If you are a deck aficionado, it is a fabulous, fabulous deck to have. Very, very colourful, very bright, very creative, as the name suggests. And today I've titled this Daily Tap, Taking Leaps of Faith. So what I'm focusing on for the next wee while is calling out to the healers, the coaches, and the intuitives who are still working in jobs. You may already have clients, preferably you do, and you're doing your passion work, your purpose work on the side, right? And that passion and purpose work is something that you really want to continue with. You really do. And you would love to leave your job. You'd love to go full time in your business, but you're scared, right? You're worried about equaling your salary, rightly so. You're worried about losing your marbles, about, it taking over and all of that jazz. And so today, what I asked the cards for was, what do we need to know about taking leaps of faith? What do we need to know about taking leaps of faith? And that applies to anybody, even if you're not wanting to leave a job and go full-time in business, right? Because we've all got leaps of faith to take in this world. Whoa, all the time. That was just me being daft with cards. So, okay, all right. These two fell out again, even though. So we've got 3 cards today. So we're going to try and round up the message and see what's going on. So when I asked the cards, excuse me, what do we need to know about taking leaps of faith? The following cards came out. One second. The following cards came out. Raw Intention, which again is a matchy kind of with the nail polish. So we love that. Then we got Overrate Your Intuition. Now that came out very recently as well. And then Get Back to Elemental. Get back to elemental. So a really, really lovely message today for anybody who is wondering how they take a leap of faith, what to actually do, how to get there. Just use your raw intention, connect with your intuition, and go back to basics, go back to elemental. What that says to me is who you really are at a base level, at a cellular level, what you stand for in this life, right? What's important to you. Go back to elemental. And also elemental being, earth, air, fire, water, spirit, go back to the basics, co-create with the universe, like get support. Okay. So let's just have a little bit of a look further and see what is going on with all of that. So 48, 2 and 22. Okay. All the 2s today. Love it. Right, so the first one talks about your raw intention. And this is about intention brought to life, willpower, savage love, divine intervention, powerful inspiration, channeling messages from source. And it says, intention can be raw or it can be refined. Refined intention gets polished and perfected and turned into marketing, a resume or a vision board. And it's always tinted by layers of our own perception. Raw intention is wilder than that. It's pure, unrefined, and authentic. It's the mother who lifts a car with her bare hands to save her child because raw power does not ask questions. It just does. Hey, Nalina, good to see you. And so it is. By virtue of simply being human, you have this wild and natural magic inside of you. And you may be spending way too much time filtering your raw power as a way to fit in or as a way to be who others want you to be. Now, we talked about this a little bit in my membership group last night doing the full moon tap. You know, having the courage to be exactly who you are, no filter, right? So this is a beautiful continuation of a message. Unleash your pure intention and you will radiate so much innate magic that you'll move mountains. Allow spontaneity and divine love to guide you and pay attention to whim, desire, inclination, and impulse. If you notice any unwanted emotions surfacing like anger, sadness, fear, or guilt, simply be with them. Hear them, notice them, and ask them why they're present. And remind yourself that you are all of these things and you draw your power from there. That's the first card, right? So raw intention, not refined, not polished, not it's got to fit in, not, well, it's got to be acceptable and not rock the boat, right? That's massive. Let's get away from that, shall we? And then the second one is overrate your intuition. Again, a beautiful, beautiful card with a beautiful message. And it talks about the power of your intuition and influx of feminine energy, perceiving the mysteries of the universe and the divine, intuitive dreams and prophetic signs, and a newfound clarity. And it says, overrate your intuition every single time. This cheeky crystal ball is winking at you and it's saying you already know the answer, right? You already know the answer. Perfect match to the books just behind you. Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing how it matches, isn't it? So quiet your mind and listen for the nudges of your soul. It's speaking to you and it's time to pay attention to your gut reaction, your hunches and best guesses. When you tune into the language of metaphor and dreams, you'll also notice subtle signs that are continuously directing you. And your unconscious mind has some potent messages for you right now. So if you run into an old friend or make a serendipitous connection with somebody, it's meant to be noticed. If something feels untrue, it's also meant to be noticed. There are no coincidences. It says at the moment, but I don't believe there ever are anyway. And your intuition is a powerful tool that's becoming even stronger. So bask in the knowledge that whatever you do next will be exactly right for you. Hey, Effie, good to see you. As long as you check in with your heart and decide what feels good and what feels off. If something feels right, you won't be disappointed by the experience it provides. Ooh, just let that sink in a minute. If something feels right, you won't be disappointed by the experience it provides. That's really powerful as well. And then the last one is, hold on, everything's falling out of the book. The last one is get back to elemental. Okay, back to basics, back to what makes you you, your connection. Hi, Kathy. And it says, it's a time to bring some elemental magic into your life, getting outside, doing something witchy or wild, letting go of who you believe you have to be, and stepping into your elemental self. Hey, Stephanie, good to see you. And it says the elements in most magic circles are earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. What did I say at the start, right? And these elements create all matter and life. It's time to break things down into their simplest elements to go back to your roots. What are the basics of what you're building? If you're a seasoned creator, what was your original plan or your original dream? Because we can lose sight of that, right, over time. If you're, there's a likelihood that you've grown since you began your journey, and it may be the time to shift your plans so they make more sense for you now. Go back to basics of exploring the world like a child and seeing things through fresh eyes and fresh perspectives. And when you break things down to their most basic parts, right, go back to elemental, you can put them back together again in novel ways. You can do things differently. So take another look at what you're already doing and what you've already done, and take special notice of the magic that you already have access to. It may be time to cut any extra drama, networking, and extracurriculars that aren't 100% aligned with your basics, and call in the elements as you get back to your own kind of elemental. This is giving me shivers. What quintessential desire runs through everything you do, and what always remains the same. Right. What a beautiful, beautiful cosmic thunderclap of a message today. Excuse me, coughing. I'm still quite tight-chested. But that is really beautiful. You've tuned in on the right card. Yeah, absolutely. And so we're going to tap in all three of these. So again, just to recap for those of you who might have just joined, first one was raw intention. So don't polish yourself up to be something you think is acceptable to somebody else, right? It's your raw intention. It's what's at your gut. It's your mama bear, your lioness instincts, right? Overrate your intuition. Connect to it. Use it all the time. It's there. You already know the answers. Okay. And then get back to basics. Get back to the elementals. Who you are in this universe. Combine all of those things. I just love it. Absolutely love the way these messages come out. So let's do some tapping. If you've never tapped before, or if you haven't tapped with me before, just tap where I tap, say what I say and see how you feel. Okay. And what I would invite you to do so that you get some proof that this works, right? I know it does. Most people on here know it does. But if you're new to this, you need a little bit of proof. I get that. So I invite you to tune into any area of your body that is currently carrying some tension, tightness, discomfort, or pain, right? Maybe you've got an achy shoulder or a sore jaw, or you've scuffed your knee. I fell over again this morning, rolled my right ankle again, and skinned my left knee. And I didn't knacker this shoulder again, but I did fall out. So I'm going to focus on the pain in my ankle, right? The soreness, the stiffness in my ankle. So just focus on that. Now, you might think it's not related, but emotions and physicality are intrinsically linked. So as we tap on this and we tap on some of the emotions that are coming up for everybody, what you will find is that after a couple of rounds, you can go back in, place your attention on that tension, tightness, discomfort, or pain, and you'll go, oh, it's shifted a little bit. It may get worse before it gets better, but that's just because we're honing in on the right thing, right? The crux of the matter. So without further ado, because my voice is not going to last much longer, take 2 fingers and follow me around, starting on the eyebrow. Okay. In the residual power of this full moon in Aries, outside of the eye, I choose to honor my raw intention. Boss, give up. Under the eye, I choose to know I don't have to polish myself. Under the nose, that I can simply be exactly who I am. Chin, I don't have to be acceptable to anyone else. Collarbones, because my raw intention creates magic in this world. Under the arm. And in order to access that raw intention, I choose to overrate my intuition. Top of the head. I choose to know that I already have all of the answers I need. Eyebrow, so I can stop going outside of myself for those answers. Outside of the eye, I can get still and tune back into me. Stop staring at my soul. Sorry. Under the eye, sorry. I choose to get back to the elemental. Under the nose, what makes me me. And to harness the magic of the elements in this world. I choose to access my wild, natural side. And stand up tall, showing the world who I really am. Today, I choose raw intention, intuition, and getting back to elemental. And then just finish on the third eye, right in the middle of the forehead. So be it, and so it is. All right, come to a stop. Take a nice deep breath. If you can, indeed. Indeed, take a nice deep breath. Excuse me. So now just place your attention back on that area of your body that is or was carrying some tension, tightness, discomfort, or pain. And just notice if the intensity level of that discomfort has reduced. So I'm just pedaling my foot back and forth to see about the stiffness. I would say mine has gone from about a 7 to probably about a 3 out of 10 in intensity. 10, if 10 is like the most painful or whatever it can be. So yeah, that's a bit of a doozy of a message, isn't it? They've made my feet tingle. Okay, so if that's the case, if you've got your feet back flat on the floor, just kind of like go heel to toe, like pedal your feet back and forward on the floor, heel to toe, heel to toe. It'll get your circulation moving again and it'll recontact you with the earth and just make that contact again. And if you are feeling kind of funky, just tap in the thymus. So on ladies, or well, on guys, it's pecs. On ladies, it's on the breastbone, right, in the cleavage, if you like. Just kind of thump with your finger ends on your thymus gland a little bit. And just take a nice deep breath. It's very grounding. It will snap you back into the now if you're up here floating a little bit, which can happen with tapping, right? Because we are shifting, even in just those 2 rounds, we're shifting a hell of a lot of stuff. We're basically, when we're saying these things and these affirmations that whatever we said to do with each card, what's happening in the background, guys, is that your brain, your body, mind will be carrying some thoughts about all of this, all of the yeah buts, all of the I can't do that because, all of the secondary gains of staying where you are, right? And we are shifting that unconsciously whilst you tap in these positive affirmations. So whilst this is not a therapeutic EFT session in a clinical setting, don't underestimate the power of this, okay? Please don't underestimate the power of this. It is so freaking powerful. And I'll go back to the square one about, the title of this, hello buddy, was Leap of Faith, taking leaps of faith. If you are ready to take a leap of faith and come out of your job, and I'm not going to ask you to jump overnight, far from it, to leave your job and step full-time into your business and have the courage to do that without sacrificing your security or your sanity, and you want to join an academy that will really help you do that, that has things that you can study on your own time and a weekly support call in the evening after work, right? Then let me know. I can give you some detail about my whole business academy. I can give you all the tools to set up a sustainable, secure, safe business that then allows you to go off and do your magic because everything's taken care of, right? If that resonates for you, please drop me a direct message or just put academy in the comments or something like that. And please let's talk, because I remember what it was like to be in a job that was sucking my soul dry. Maybe you love your job, I don't know. And if you do, that's great. But there's maybe this burning thing that you still want to go full time in your business because you've got people to help, you've got stuff to shift, you've got a mission in this life, whatever. Don't be stuck, okay? It's scary to jump, but it doesn't have to be as scary as you think it is, all right? So I'm so glad you're back. I can't actually see whose name that was, so let me just check the comments. I think it's Kate. It's my Kate. Hi, Kate. Because your name isn't coming up on StreamYard, that's all. So I am really glad to see all of you. Please feel free to share this. I'll see you again tomorrow on the Daily Tap. All my love, always. See you soon. Bye for now.